Need some fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins? Go to MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below. Welcome back, YouTubers and Madden fans. This is Mad Money Shot, sniffing up the Madden cheese as always. Got some plays for you today out of my Buccaneers book. I just dropped a full ebook on the Buccaneers. This is without a doubt one of the best passing playbooks in the game. I'm ultra impressed with it. It essentially is the Cardinals playbook from a couple of years back, which was always a very popular playbook back then as well. But essentially, I mean, you can see it's got certain formations that only that Cardinals playbook had, like the flip trips was only ever in that playbook. But the formations that are really impressive are the ones I'm going to show you today, like the gun tight. I'm going to show you a 4-play scheme out of the gun tight that you can pretty much use all game long and never have to leave that formation. But other than that, I mean, it has like the gun split close, which, you know, this one right here is one of the best formations in the game. I can put out a video on that next if you want to see that. Hit the like button and I'll do a variation of that. I already put out some plays from the gun empty bunch wide. This is a very good formation as well. I put out a series from the, I think it was the, I'm not even entirely sure what the original book was. Oh, it was the Rams, my bad. But it's also in the Titans. It's in a lot of books. It's a really good setup. But like I said, just those few formations alone make this a formation you never have to leave gun formation. I mean, they have a lot of other good plays. They have the pistol bunch TE, which a lot of people are really, you know, that's been a popular formation for a long time. So just a really impressive book, a book that I'm considering as one of my future books. So a couple of these plays you might know. I mean, this is a popular formation. The way that the new zones work, there's still some variations that you have to change. You have to alter these plays a little different than you might be used to. But without a doubt, to me, this is still one of the best formations in the game. So I'm going to set my audibles. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put the Bucs seams in as one. I'm going to put the Bucs, the PA Bucs cross in as another. I'll go ahead and put that in the X spot. And then I'll also put in the bench, which is to me a must play, a go-to play. And then the last play I'm going to put in is going to be the Bucs Z spot. There's a very similar play in the Panthers playbook that's like this. I don't think necessarily you should be able to find, basically what I'm trying to say is you should be able to find a lot of these plays under a lot of different names and a lot of different tight formations. You don't necessarily have to have the gun tight. But I find the Buccaneers is one of the better ones as far as that goes. The Bucs seams, there's a couple of plays that look like the Bucs seams, but they're not. They don't have the exact same setup, so be aware of that. They don't necessarily run the exact same way. But that's pretty much the 3 plays that I'm going to pick. So let's go ahead and let's pick those first. And then the last pick I'm going to pick is going to be the quick hook. We'll make that the play that I'm going to start running with. Before I start the video, though, I just want to thank my new sponsors at MMOXP.com. If you guys are looking to buy some coins for your MUT team, you can do that there, and you can support me by supporting them and buying your coins through them. And make sure to use discount code MONEYSHOT so they know that you came from my site, from my channel. Other than that, let's get into the video. So this first play that I got here, this is not necessarily, I'm not going to say which one of these is the best play. I typically try to give the best play first. But to me, they're all pretty equal. But this first play here would probably be best run against a cover 3, at least for the wheel route. What makes this formation different than a lot of tight formations is that a lot of tight formations, they took away the ability to motion the running back to the line. Like in the Saints playbook especially, I mean, there's some plays out of there that I really used to like to motion the running back to the line because he'd get open in the flats like right away for a big play. They took that away. This particular formation, they did not. You can see I can motion him to both sides, which is really nice because obviously that just gives me a lot of flexibility. You have a lot of flexibility to motion over receivers and to create a bunch set. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different things you can do with this formation that you can't do with other formations that are very similar. So be aware of that based off of whatever playbook that you're using. And I'm sure if I exploit this formation enough and people do this enough, they're going to take away this ability as well. But you can see the way that I have this set up, it's basically an empty bunch on one side, and it's going to be a tight formation on the other side. So if it's a cover 3, I typically motion running back out, and he'll get open in the flats right away. As you can see right here, the coverage pulls back. I just get a really easy catch and run. I'll be able to steal that all game against cover 3. So this play really has a lot of benefit, whether it's cover 3, cover 2. If I streak the X route, Perriman should get open against cover 3 or cover 2 because obviously Godwin there is going to pull coverage down in a cover 2 scenario. But ultimately, I mean, like I said, if I get that running back out wide like that, a lot of times these linebackers like to bump off receivers, and that's really what gets them open. If they weren't bumping off these receivers coming across their face, they probably would get out their coverage. You see right there, he bumps off the A route, just basically gives Jones a really big catch and run to the outside. So it's that animation that's really helping to do that. which is something that, you know, EA's added quite a bit, which can mess up other plays, but really works in your advantage here. So like I said, I'm going to streak the Y route, and you can see right here, he's going to get open outside of most coverages, so that makes this play pretty much a win-win on both sides. But you can see, I mean, this is a really consistent play. I should probably show, before I get too deep into this, show that this is on all Madden. This is post-patch, so, you know, there's no real reason that this shouldn't work for you. I didn't mess with any of the sliders. I do this from time to time just to make sure that people know that there's no real tricks up my sleeve here. So like I said, just finishing this play off real quick. Like I said, we get that bump off consistently, and we're just going to hit this running back. I mean, that's going to be something that the user will have to pay attention to himself, and that'll obviously create a lot of other advantages across the field. So like I said, right here, we're going to do, you know, like I said, the B route, yeah, that's a good check down as well. I'm not really going to go that way, but you can see, I mean, this guy here, he's just getting open. He's not one of my better receivers necessarily. I think it's Perriman. The pass lead is important too. I don't want to make anything. You got to know that this pass lead is really important. I don't know why that zone reacts the way that it reacts. I think it's because of the crossing routes, but you can see the pass lead is really one of the most important things, especially when it comes to this pass to the outside. I mean, both sides. Anytime you're passing to the outside, you got to bullet, pass lead away to get them as much space as possible. If you don't bullet and pass and lead away, you're not going to get a ton of space. This used to really work well against cover 4 as well. I mean, it gets outside of most coverages, but you can see like the cornerback stays down and reacts on it a lot better than he has in the past. I feel like you can negate that reaction a little bit if you motion out Evans, which I will do quite a bit in some of the other plays, is motion that receiver out, so they won't necessarily be able to tell. But you can see it'll force that cornerback back. He still reacted to it really well, but it's still going to be a better option. So let's move on to the next play. So to me, my next favorite play is probably the Bucs Z spot. Mostly, all I really want to do here is put the X route on a flat route and then streak the RB route. I'm still going to be motioning over Jones. If it's a cover 3 like this looks like it might be, that'll still be a really good play. It's actually a blitz. My first read, typically I just want to split the field in half, and my first read is going to be the low route, whichever side of the field I'm on, whether it's the running back on the right side or whether it's Evans on the left side. You can see it's like an instant open route for a good catch and run. I don't necessarily, actually I got to keep flipping over. I don't necessarily think that, you know, there's one's better than the other. I mean, I could easily go to Jones. You know what I mean? Like, if that's the option, that's the option. As you can see, that's a good route too. But to me, if I'm going short, I'm going to Evans. If I see a cover 3, as I keep forgetting to switch over, if I see a cover 3, I'm definitely going to switch over to Evans' side, because you can see how much shorter it is. Like Jones turns up the field, so there's more of a chance of that being a problem. But you can see, like I said, Evans is just so... I actually threw that ball kind of late, but you can see how he gets such a free release by a good 5 or 10 yards on that flat route. And that's mostly because you'll see how much the coverage gets pulled back by the Y route, especially the inside coverage. Like the way he goes inside, you can see he's going to pull a lot of coverage inside, including linebackers and whatnot. I mean, he's just going to do a really good job with that C route, so close to the line of scrimmage. So, like I said, to me, this is another really good option. Obviously, if it's like a cover 2 on the other side, I mean, you have a good high-low concept with those routes. Look at I mean, the RB route though definitely gets up the field and outside quicker, as you can see right there. I mean, he's a really good flat beater. So now I'm just going to go random play, just to show you how you can make these reads. But ultimately, I mean, like I said, the Y route is not really an option too much, but he can get open. You know what I mean? Like, he is a good play depending on the defense. I wouldn't say against man coverage, but he really does find a lot of space. It's kind of a delayed look, but it's a good play. And then I continuously keep motioning out. And like I said, I mean, I could go through these. These are all just really good plays to have in your audibles, but ultimately, you know, this is like I said, I don't know which one of these are my favorite, to be honest with you. They're all really good. I can't really say I have a favorite. So here we have the Y route once again, and that might have been a man coverage. I'm not really sure, but it's a good route on the play without a doubt. I can't really say how I rank these routes, but the Y route's definitely one of the most unique. So right here, I mean, the RB route, you can tell he's going to get open in the flat. If I don't really have a great running back on the Bucs, but he's a pretty decent prospect in Jones. If I had a really good running back, he probably would be able to get more, but it is what it is. So like I said, cut the field in half, pre-snap read, the X route, huge. You know, that's just a huge separation. You can if you can take that all game, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Take that all. You know, anytime that's there, you're gonna have a good. I mean, that was like 8 yards before anybody even was close. So why wouldn't I take that? You know what I mean? So here we go. I can tell the Y route's gonna be big. And if I get a bad throw though, but he was open. I mean, that's the bottom line. So that's it. That's the video. If you guys want to see more Bucs plays, like I said, I can do the split close without a problem. A very good scheme out of that as well. And that's it. If you want to see more, hit the like button. That's it. Other than that, thanks for watching, man. Money Shot out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.